evening, Keepers of the Cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and joining me as always, because he's on the show enough, I can say as always. He's kind of a semi-regular. My co-host tonight, Cliff. How you doing tonight, sir?
I wouldn't say regular. I'm the bat signal answerer.
You're semi-regular.
I'm semi-regular, I guess we're just gonna call it semi-regular,
Right. And,
I am thinking semi-regular. It affects my love life.
All hail Crom before we get going. Now, our guest this evening, of course, is none other. Making his debut tonight is Dan from Dan's Hobby Corner or Hockey Stick Nation. He's got a lot of different things going on. But Dan, before we go say hi to the crowd, let them know real quick, like 2 minutes, who are you, what's on your channels, where they can find you, kind of what you're about. And then we'll say hi.
Well, my name's Dan. You can find me on Dan's Hobby Corner, where I've just started going back into comics. I've been out for a while and then started to come back. From watching all you guys, it really lit the passion back into me. So I've started to come back in here, and I'm also on Hockey Stick Talk Nation, as you know, where I have a show every Friday and have some great guests on there, and we talk hockey and baseball and other sports. But yeah, that's a little bit about it. But I've been leaning more towards the second channel now, which is Dan's Hobby Corner, because of all of you guys. It's been light a passion back into me. So it's been fun.
Now, so you started Dan's Hobby Corner. Was it mainly for comics and because you got back into them?
It started out with I did a little bit like a eBay pickups of the week, but then I got a mail day from a good friend of mine, Cliff knows him, Paul in the 619, who sent me a couple of comics, and it really lit a passion back into me. And I picked up comics here and there. Wasn't nothing big, but it was characters I really enjoyed. So we'll get to show you some of that stuff today, hopefully.
Ooh, nice.
Zach.
Now, you're also into cards as well, right?
Yeah, I kind of faded away from cards though a little bit because the hobby there got quite a bit expensive now. Not like how it used to be when I started collecting.
Nice. Now, coming on tonight, how difficult was it for you to pick 12 books to show?
Well, my collection's not that big, so it wasn't very difficult at all.
Okay, nice.
But a lot of them I picked, though, have sentimental value, so it's going to be good.
All right, well, go ahead and as people are getting their notifications, I'm going to say hello to them like we're doing to our good buddy Zach. But go ahead and start us out with your first book.
So, first book, I guess, just let me find it here, would have to be the one that got me into it, which is Sam and Twitch.
Oh.
That's what got you into it in the 90s?
No, this one got me back into it from Paul in 619, sent me from 1 to 5. And so that kind of got me back into it. I have one that I'll show you that really got me turned into comics for later for the personal one.
Okay.
But yeah, so thanks to Paul and 619, and I mean all you guys. I've watched you guys. I haven't commented on anything from the get-go because just watching, but watching you guys and seeing your passion for comics and what you read and everyone's different tastes, I guess what you call it, kind of lit me back into the passion of it.
Now, what is it about Sam and Twitch that catches you?
It was really different. It's almost like a crime scene investigation, not like the Spawn.
Right.
It's in the Spawn world, but it's like a detective kind of thing, and it's really cool. It's darker. You had to see quite a bit of the other stuff. So this one really caught me, and I've been staying with it since Paul sent it to me. So
very nice.
But yeah, that's the first one.
And a book that hasn't been shown on here before.
Yeah, so I really enjoy Sam and Twitch.
Nice. All right, number 2.
Number 2 would have to be one that I just recently picked up, one of my favorite DC characters, and that is the Batgirl facsimile.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, the foil one. So I really enjoy Batgirl. Probably one of my favorite characters. So
Which one, though? The Barbara Gordon?
I like Barbara Gordon, but I'm really starting to like the Cassandra Cain one right now.
I like Cassandra Cain a lot too. Barbara Gordon will always be my favorite, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with Cassandra Cain.
More importantly, can you sing Barbara's theme song?
No.
Oh my God. Where do you come from? Where do you go? What is your scene, baby? We just gotta know. Batgirl, 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 Batgirl. No?
Nope. Good thing you taught me.
There you go. There's more.
Now, when did you become a fan of Batgirl? Was it from the old 66 show?
I became a fan from the animated series, actually.
Oh, okay.
So when I was younger, watching Batman, and then now even watching with my stepkids as a new animated series, Batgirl's really just clicked with me. I like her more than Batman. I do like Nightwing. I do like Dick Grayson a lot, but Batgirl really captivated me.
We all know how much I love Dick, but
I was waiting for it.
Look, there's Rich. Hey,
right, and now, I mean, they've been together in the comics now for what, about a year?
Maybe, yeah.
What, they're together again?
Rich, how you guys doing? Zach's Collectibles. Dick Grayson, right, Cliff? Yep.
Of course, Dick Grayson. You know how we are corrupted by the things that made us, right? Like, although I actually enjoy Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon together, I'm like, it's Starfire. Coriander's is one true love. This is bull, and like, but like, I'm so glad, Dan, that the animated series didn't corrupt you into believing that Barbara should be with Batman, because that one always makes me vomit. And every time Barbara
shouldn't be with Batman.
Yeah, every time Paul Dini or Bruce Timm pulls that rabbit out of their hat, I just vomit. It's just terrible.
But the other thing that really got me Barbara Gordon is I really like Commissioner Gordon.
Yep.
Like,
now, if you like Barbara Gordon, you should really watch the old 90s series, Birds of Prey. It might even be early 2000s, where Dina Meyer played Barbara Gordon as Oracle.
Okay.
That's
I do have some of the Birds of Prey comics with Barbara Gordon in it.
Right. And Joshua Middleton did some gorgeous Batgirl covers. All right, number 3, sir.
Number 3 is going to be a new one. Me and you actually talked about this a while ago, because your friend, I think, actually has been reading it, and that is Sentinels.
Oh, yeah, my buddy Mike Costco.
I really enjoyed this series. I know a lot of people didn't, but I really liked this as a different take on it.
Yeah, he read it and thought it was spectacular. No.
Yeah, no. So I really did enjoy this one.
Spectacular, but I could see the appeal of this series.
Don't you let Cliff poo-poo on you.
I am not poo-pooing. I said I see the appeal. If I really hated it like Dark Crisis, I wouldn't shut up about it.
But no, I enjoyed it. It was something different. I guess I just like different stories, and that one really
for different things. So when they come out, you kind of got to support them, right?
Yeah.
Let them know that you want that stuff.
So I'm kind of hoping they pick it back up, because I thought it was really good.
Nice. All right, number 4.
I
may have to check out Sentinels, because I've heard more than a few recommendations about it.
Including the word spectacular and sensational.
Number 4 is one that I really enjoy. It's one of my favorite DC villains, and that's Two-Face.
Oh, nice.
I'm super enjoying this series, and it's a different take on it. We get to see Harvey Dent and his other personality is locked away in his mind. So Harvey Dent is now a lawyer for the underground, and it's so good. The series is so good, and he's now like the lawyer for all the bad guys. Wow. And they have a judge, and it's so fun. I do recommend it if you guys haven't read it.
Is it for like crimes against one another? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then like his other half's trying to get out of this mind prison and try to take him over. But the last issue, and this is a spoiler if anyone wants to close their ears if they're reading this, but he usually, you know, when he flips the coin and it'll tell you heads or tails, and that's when he's killing. Right. Well, he forgets to flip the coin down. He's just killing.
Oh, he's gone off the deep end.
Yeah, so it's really good, and I'm really enjoying this.
And just a villain that's a little underused. It's good to see them using other villains other than the Joker, who is so overused it's pathetic.
Yeah. I love Two-Face.
Or a Harley ongoing, and Ivy ongoing.
Right. Well, the Ivy ongoing has me surprised that it's on what, 34 issues now? Like, who would have thought?
Because the book's actually good. Everyone's sleeping on it.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm not reading that one, so I can't talk about it. I got enough to read. But some beautiful covers. And I hear it's great reading. And I know it's also great cover buy-in too. So you got both dynamics going for it. All right, number 5.
The art in it is really great too. Number 5.
Thank you for joining us.
Number 5 is an X-Men who I really love, and that is Psylocke.
Nice. Good old Betsy Braddock. You can pick the Art Germ cover. Now, do you like Quanon as well?
I do.
Okay. Well, actually, this Psylocke is Quanon.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
And
like, she doesn't need the name. She's Captain Britain now. It's mine.
But no, this has been a great series, and I'm really enjoying it. The artwork's really nice. Psylocke is just one of those characters I find is really underrated.
And you know what? She didn't get enough love in the movie either, because Olivia Munn was a great pick to play her, and they didn't give her any dialogue that was worthy of her being in that movie.
Yeah.
To be fair, that movie was not great.
No, and that was my main problem with I like all the X-Men films, I do, but my main problem with all the X-Men films is they'll throw a character in and then give them nothing. And
dude, that whole film is filled with X-Men characters who get basically nothing.
Right. And when Olivia Munn got cast, I was so excited because I just think Olivia Munn's fantastic. And then they didn't give her anything. She looked great. She was, her training videos were awesome. She committed to the part, and then they gave her 4 lines of dialogue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she probably recorded more lines of dialogue, but
right. Olivia and Psylocke were both underserved in that film.
Yeah.
Now, she currently married to John Mulaney?
They're on their second kid. Don't you follow her on Instagram? Their family pictures are so cute. Like her with the kid.
Why am I following hot women on Instagram? How dare you? All right? Unless this bitch is at a gay pride parade every other weekend, there's no reason for me to follow her. Does she sing? Why am I following her? All right. If I'm following a hot bitch, she better be freaking busting out vocals. She better be Ariana Grande. She's got to be doing great shit. She better be playing the hell out of Storm. You better be playing the hell out of a Marvel bitch if I'm following you. You're like, why aren't you following Olivia Munn? Get the hell out of here.
Look, Olivia Munn's a good human being. You should be following her.
She's a decent human being. I'll follow her now because I like John Mulaney. A straight man trapped in a gay body is some of the funniest shit in mankind.
Oh, don't wish that against Olivia.
I'm not wishing anything against her. I'm happy. He had a good relationship with his last wife, and then he had to end it because the rehab.
And then Naman says, what if she has a hot hubby? That's exactly what he's saying right now, Naman.
What if she has a hot? Well, right, then I'll be following the hot hobby. Although he's not hot. He's, you make me laugh a lot, and that makes me attracted to you. And like that's like a whole different thing for me.
Okay. The many layers of Clifford's attractions.
There should be. All of y'all are basic. It's like, ooh, look at that red hair and them big titties. Okay. Ooh, look at the soft silver hair and them big titties.
First of all, titties don't got to be big. Titties are just titties. They're nice.
Whatever. It's like, show me a cover. Show me the cover you own that you love, and show me that bitch ain't got big titties. That's what I'm waiting for. I just showed the Rivet series, and she's got small little bitties. You didn't say she was hot.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity. Zach knows.
Nah, it's all you don't know how to judge boobs properly.
I know how to judge boobs properly. I was like, I've seen you guys drool.
Dan's like, this is not how I thought this night would go.
It's all good. I'm here for the ride.
I'm gonna have to give Cliff an education on how to judge boobs properly. It all starts with the nipples, Cliff.
I like how Dan doesn't even want to answer. First of all, I know everything about a good titty. Okay, so like I don't even want to hear it. All right.
Dan, number 5, sir. I mean number 6. Psylocke is an awesome pick.
Yeah. So my next one is two the characters of X-Men like Psylocke and then Archangel, the Crimson Dawn.
Another great one. Good 3-issue miniseries.
So I got issue 1 and 3. I got to find issue 2. So
that was
luckily it's a cheap series to get. There's a lot of those series from the 90s and early 2000s that you can get so cheap and that are good.
So this actually just came today. So it was great that it came at perfect timing.
Right.
So that's that one. That one I'm looking forward to reading. I haven't even got to read it yet. So,
and I don't think a lot of people know about that Crimson Dawn series, but there was a lot of cool little series in the late 90s and early 2000s where Marvel was doing a lot of 3-issue minis, and a lot of them are really good. Like you had Kitty and Wisdom, and that was a good series. I can't remember. I got it over there somewhere, but 3-issue miniseries, which was pretty good.
I mean, I got them both for $4, $2 each. So
right. Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't beat it, right? There's quality reads out there, and you don't have to pay through the nose for them. And a lot of those reads that are expensive are horrible stories. Like you get a key, you're all excited. That something, but you read the book, you're like, oh, this was a horrible book. It just happens to be this person's first appearance, but man, this was a garbage heap.
Yeah. So yes.
What was that?
Anything from the 60s, basically.
Right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So a lot of Psylocke love. We love that. All right. So that was Crimson Dawn and number 6. All right, number 7, sir.
Number 7 is a new one that just came out, and I really enjoyed this. And that I got the Albuquerque cover, and that is Absolute Martian Manhunter.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
And I really enjoyed this. Probably out of the Absolutes, this one and Flash are my favorites.
Blasphemy. I mean, okay, that's interesting. I mean, it should be Wonder Woman.
No, you did it the first time. It should be Wonder Woman. But that's okay, to each their own, but it should be Wonder Woman.
No, but it's cool to see Martian Manhunter actually getting some love and used as a character.
Yeah, and I like this take on it. And the colors and everything in this book were great.
Yeah, and that had a lot of really weird, trippy covers.
Yeah, I did. And it's like I heard on one stream, if you like ate mushrooms and was reading this, the trip you would get.
Not this guy. Fun fact about me, I've never done any drugs.
Neither have I.
I'm boring.
Oh, I'm boring too. Thanks, guys. I mean, obviously, I've tried all sorts of men, but not all sorts of drugs.
Cliff, being around you is its own kind of drug.
It should be.
Zach, I'm not boring.
That's like what you want. You want micro doses? What you got? It's like, do you want these are 5 milligram gummies? All right? You want to get hard? Like here, what 150? What do you need?
Zach lives here in Rochester with me, and I've had the pleasure of meeting Zach. And I can tell you, Zach is a wonderful human being.
He is,
and also an apothecary.
Yeah. Hey. Well,
and the only guy who I know eats like gum from the 50s.
That's what I was gonna say. He does most of it sipping off bad gum.
Yo, I watch people do stupid things all the time.
I mean, some may say. All right, we did Crimson Dawn, then we did Martian Manhunter. All right, number 8, sir.
Number 8 is hands down my favorite book right now, and that is the new Batgirl series.
Oh, nice.
So this is hands down my favorite book. This is the one book I look forward to every time it comes out right now.
And that's had some great covers too.
It has. And the story.
But I'm like, man, if I pick this up, it's going to weave into like 7 other DC titles, and I just don't want to do that.
I've really enjoyed it. I started it from the first and keep going with it. And the more and more I read it, the more and more intrigued I get with it.
Yep, Cassandra Cain. For me, it's Geiger. Yep. Yeah, we were talking earlier. Cassandra Cain is a great character. Yes, thank you, Gore. And she has small breasts too, Clifford.
Which one?
Batgirl.
Batgirl does not have small breasts.
Cassandra Cain.
What's small about that? That bitch is shapely. What? I'm supposed to be fooled by the muscles? Please. You know what? Just because, well, you know, okay, first of all, those are easily Linda Carter sized titties, okay? So you're fooling nobody. Nobody.
Linda Carter. Oh goodness. No. See, I like your picks today. You got a lot of good women in those picks.
I was gonna say it's just titties, but okay. Yeah, let's go. Strong, powerful, titty lifting women. Good job.
You're so bitter. Who hurt you, Cliff? Who hurt you?
Everyone.
She does not. Thank you, Norman. You let Cliff know.
Wait, no, I think he's agreeing with me that she does not have small titties.
There we go. Strong, powerful titties.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you.
Oh, goodness. What about Dagger? Dagger doesn't have huge ones. From Cloak and Dagger?
With her freaking low cut? With the freaking...
It's a low cut. It doesn't mean they're huge.
Oh, yeah, again, but we're not talking about huge. We're talking... That side boob counts, too. Like, what do you think? I'm not educated in this? You know? And you know Dagger's got ass. Look at... Dagger does so many freaking squats and leaps and thrusts. You know she got ass. She got thick thighs. She got those let me sit on your face and crush you legs. You know, Dagger's got what you want. I know what you men are into.
You know, one of my favorite lines in movies was from Zack and Miri Make a Porno, and where he's having the when Robertson's having to judge all the women coming up, and then it all goes bad for him with the wife. He's like, "There's no such thing as free titties."
Yep.
Such a great underrated movie too. Like that movie's got a heart to it, and it's just rude fun. It is such great fun.
It is.
Yeah, exactly, Nama. Not every girl is a power girl, Clifford.
And what are these accusations? I'm just saying that y'all got titty covers galore, and you know, and you're acting like, no, it's not that big of a deal. Look, she's a C cup, and it's like, okay. You know, y'all over here quietly be like, thick thighs save lives. And I'm just like, bitch, I'm calling you on it.
See, Gore is letting you know that Power Girl has nice muscles, Cliff.
Of course she does. Sure she does. And that's why there's so many covers that people get of her exposed muscles. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with some exposed pectorals.
Bull. Well, actually, I love these exposed pectorals, but that's a little bit different.
Dan, number 9, sir.
Number 9?
Yes, sir.
Well,
you missed a funny one so far, Brad. You got to catch up.
I'm a huge Thing. Thing is my Marvel character I love. So you got this.
Not that sort of thing, Cliff.
Yeah, not that thing.
I was like, you're a huge thing of what? What are we talking about?
So I picked this one up.
Covered. There was a petition.
Same here, baby. Same here.
So I picked this one up, and I started this one reading it when I was away. So this one I'm really enjoying. I'm only halfway through it, but really enjoying this one.
And I got the Marvel premieres that those were in, the Liberty Legions. Yeah.
And then
he's great. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Then I got this one, the Fantastic Four Grim Noir.
That was a fun one shot.
I really enjoyed this. And I have more of the Thing collection, but this one really stood out because this one came out on my birthday from back in the day, and that's July 25th, and that's the Thing, this cover.
Yeah, another nice one. But Ben Grimm has so many great covers. He's such a great
He does.
Yep.
Dan lives in my home county.
I do.
Oh, hey.
Now, Cliff, you should be a big fan of the Thing. He's always rock hard.
Yeah, but it's problematic, isn't it?
He could do some damage on you.
Yeah, not the kind of damage we want. You know, remember when Thing had that belt that could make him human, right? Like, we need that. We need that.
What about when he was just overly rocky?
Oh my God, that's just nasty. What are we talking about? If I'm going to bang somebody in a Fantastic Four, Johnny is number 1, and then Reed is number 2, because this bitch likes it elongated.
Well, you can have Johnny. I'll go talk to Sue. I'll talk to small-breasted Sue.
What, again, that bitch is shapely.
I'm just trying to trigger him now. See, Jim's not here tonight, so I have to do the triggering of Cliff. It's a rule that whenever Cliff is on the show, we have to trigger him somehow and get him on a rant. It's an unspoken rule, but it's a rule nonetheless.
All you ever got to do to get me fired up is say Dark Crisis, and that's it.
Well, now we have breast crisis because you're just doing so much breastfeeding tonight.
No, we don't have breast crisis. What we have. Hold on, what are we calling it? We have a name for it already. It was Zach's name for it. That's the one I like.
Breastgate?
No, that was somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Zach one. Come on, what was the Zach one?
Jerry, how's it going? You guys have missed a pretty rude one so far. It's been fun.
Jerry the jitterbug. Strong, powerful titties. Strong, powerful titties. There we go.
So Cliff and I were just trying to have a show and behave ourselves, and Dan has just thrown it all out of flux on us.
Yeah, that's what I do. I come on these and I just rip them apart.
Right. Not at all. Number 10, sir.
Number 10, probably be this one, The Thing.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. I'm sorry, I missed that it was 2 separate ones.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're to your personal storybook.
Oh, my personal story. So I started collecting back when the new 52 was going on. So me and a couple of buddies would go down to Strange Adventures, which is a comic book store in Halifax. Great place. And I went with him one day, and we were down there, and I saw something I really liked because I like paranormal stuff like that, like darker sides. And when I saw this, I was like, I bought the whole run, and That is Gotham by Midnight.
That is not what I was expecting from you whatsoever.
Wait, that's cool though.
That's
a great cover.
It's in, I think, issue 5 or 6 is the first appearance of the Spectre.
In the New 52.
Yeah, in the New 52 for Gotham by Midnight. And I really loved this. This was a different take of Gotham. And when I read it, I was hooked. This is really what got me into comics, was this book here.
And I love paranormal stuff too. It's some of my favorite horror. I just love it.
So this one has like meaning to me because it's all things I love, like the paranormal, dark, detective work. And then you even get appearance of Batman in here as well.
Nice. But that's a cool cover. I like that. Who did
all the
art?
covers were really good on these. Yeah, I can show you some of the art. The art was really good. It was different.
See, and I keep thinking they're underusing characters that I would love. Like, I would love to see the Demon get his own series again.
Like, the art was really different. It was dark.
Yeah. And Sergeant Rock is in this book?
Yeah.
I've never. How many issues did that one go?
A year.
10, I think.
I might have to get that one and read it.
It's a whole 12.
12? Okay.
12 and one annual. 12 and one annual.
Oh, so 13. All right. Lucky 13.
So I really enjoyed it. Like, it was different artwork and everything. Like, it was the darker side of Gotham that we would not see.
Right. That reminds me of some Image stuff, the artwork in there. From the excuse me.
Yeah, it had a lot of great covers. Like, even just the regular covers were really great.
And it's got like some good mood setting, like something I would expect from like a Mike Diodato, like in his Tiger series, which was incredible.
But yeah, I've been trying, like, Sam and Twitch kind of, that remind me of, when I saw Sam and Twitch, it kind of remind me a lot like this.
And in Paranormal, I don't know why, it just hits that sweet spot for me.
Same.
It's got enough of the creep factor in it, which makes it nice. 30 Days of Night Artist. Yeah,
well, it looks like 30 Days of Night. That's for sure. Ben Templesmith worked on it.
Yeah, and Fox.
Yeah, they're a good combo.
Yeah, so Ben Templesmith is.
I'm surprised that this has not completely and entirely warped and shaped your comic book collecting as a result.
No, I'm pretty wide open.
If you like Ben Templesmith,
I need to keep a high fiber diet.
You should read there was a mini series he did which was great called It Eats What Feeds It. And that was a really good horror series.
All right.
Open, but nothing wrong with that. What's that?
That was the name of a party I went to.
Oh, It Eats What Feeds It. Oh goodness. All right, and then we have your spec pick.
So my spec pick, I think you're going to like this one. I like Flash, but I like Barry Allen Flash. But I really enjoyed this one.
Nice. Is that Wally West?
Yeah, that's Wally West, Absolute Flash.
Absolute Wally West.
Now it's funny too because I've had a lot of Flash people on the show. You and one other guy said Barry Allen. Every other Flash person liked Wally West the most.
I like Barry Allen.
Some people like oatmeal, and some people like oatmeal with brown sugar.
What about maple syrup?
And that's what makes you Canadian.
That is.
And Wally is Brad's Flash.
Hey,
now, I never read a Wally book. That's a hole in my comic book reading. I've never read a Wally Flash book.
See, I like the New 52 Flash with Barry Allen. I really enjoyed that one. So I saw this one. I was like, but Barry Allen is in this one, which was kind of cool too.
There you go. You got Damien and Gore on your side. Well, and I think everybody mostly knows Barry too because he's been the one that's been in all the shows that they've made and movies.
Yeah.
Hey, Justice League Unlimited is Wally.
Well, I was talking like more recently, like with the new kids. You know, like you had the '90s show with
where he acted like Wally. By the way, shout out to John Wesley Shipp. He will be at Terrificon this August.
Oh, nice. Yeah, when he showed up on the new Flash show, I thought it was fantastic.
Yep. And now the poor guy hasn't worked in 2 years.
And Cliff, Gore would like to let you know that Barry Allen's wife had medium-sized breasts.
And that's why she died so quickly.
Oh, goodness. Barry is his Flash, but Wally was a worthy successor. No mention of Golden Age Flash today. Huh.
Oh, you know what? I think everyone just likes Jay because Jay is just a big old sweetheart, you know? But it's not. Jay is like, you know, your granddad's Flash, you know, like your granddad's Oldsmobile. It's a classic. It's loved. It's known, you know. But the real meat and potatoes is, do you like a boring-ass police scientist like Barry, or do you like somebody young trying to find their way in the world and trying to live up to the man that the successor of?
I like Barry.
Wow. I know you already said you were boring. You never tried to you know. You've only slept with the same woman your whole life. Just boring.
Way to trigger him, Dan.
What can I say? I was raised right.
Right.
Yeah, you could be raised right. I'm playing the field a little bit. You know?
Yeah, I've had my fair share of around the world.
How dare you? So what if he's a bit of a clueless kid? He had to work for it. He had to work for it harder because he wasn't a scientist. You know, he had to learn.
It was from a previous conversation we were having, David. That's what he's referencing. He's not really calling Dan boring.
No, I'm not.
Oh, clueless kids boring.
Right? I love Dan. I was so excited. Clueless kids. You know what? How dare you get? You know what's?
You know what? He was Dan. When I asked him if he would be the guest, first thing he says, "Who's guest?" But regardless, yes. And then I told him it was you. He's like, "Yes."
You want to know why? Because I realized I kind of sounded like a prick when I was like, "Who's the guest?" Right? And I was like, "No, I'll just do it anyway." But like, honestly, if it was somebody terrible, I would be like, you know what? I'm gonna have to pass.
I don't think.
Well, glad you made it.
I don't think Cliff has ever passed on a guest appearance on a show.
Yes, I have.
Well, at least not on mine. But I mean, he is Mr. YouTube.
I've fetched you guest. I have fetched you guest.
You have, because this is a fun time. It's a good show. You get to talk.
I'm having a blast.
Right, and there's no expectation of what something costs. I don't know.
It's in a spec book.
David, the thing is I've been ignored and I've been overlooked and I've been called a little person that doesn't deserve to be on other people's shows. And I've just been run through the mud and humiliated.
God, because I said those things to you in DMs. Why you gotta blast me like this in public? You know?
And my show literally, right now, I am booked up until June.
Look at you fancy.
I'm booked through May on this one.
So me and you will get some here in June.
Yeah, or maybe the start of next season, perhaps.
Oh no, we'll go in June. Maybe the Devils will be out by the first week anyway.
He's trying to work on not having to get back on the show ever.
I'm a Rangers fan, so.
Oh, I wouldn't even invited you if I knew that.
And see, because all this goody nonsense means nothing to me. I'm just looking at the calendar for when I can book you.
There's two teams I absolutely hate in hockey. Hate them. And people go, hate's a strong word. I go, yes, That's why I mean it. It's Buffalo Sabres and New York Rangers. Hate them.
What did the Rangers ever do to you?
Me, it's all Canadian teams.
You don't like Canadian teams?
The only team I liked was Quebec.
I love the Nordic. I wish the Hartford Whalers would come back too because I like their jerseys. And they had a fun team. That was a fun franchise. I did like the Quebec Nordiques, but again, I grew up on Hockey Night in Canada watching the double headers every Saturday night.
I was watching double headers too, but not on Saturday night. Actually, on Saturday nights, but at the club.
I don't hate the Penguins, but I'm not a fan of them either, David. I think I'm about to make David hate me. I think Crosby and Mario Lemieux are two of the biggest crybabies hockey's ever had. David's going to come after me for that one. Crosby, not as much as Mario, but Mario Lemieux, you don't hit a superstar. Go sit down, Mario. But while we're talking hockey for a second, Cliff, this is going to mean absolutely nothing to you. A big congrats to one of the best players in hockey ever and a really good sport and a really good human being, and Alex Ovechkin for passing Gretzky's goals record.
Yes, that was great. But
no. See, Gore's starting to pick on me. Gore's going to get himself canceled for the night.
But too, as much as I hate to say it, but probably in another 2 years, you're going to see Ovechkin's record get beat by Austin Matthews.
Maybe Austin Matthews is pretty damn good.
So
I mean, what record? Not the most
goal scoring.
I didn't say Crosby didn't have talent. That he didn't have talent, David. I just said he's a crybaby. Mario Lemieux had talent too. Overshadowed by Ovechkin. I'm just trying to get David going now.
That's easy.
Right? Well, I'm going to pick on David till he appears on my show.
Well, you got to message him 3 months in advance.
We got to reschedule him and I. Yager is great. I mean, obviously he was the best when he was with the Devils. No, Yager was someone. So even on most teams that I'm not a fan of, they have like favorite players of mine. Like I hate the Rangers, but I thought Mike Richter was one of the best ambassadors of hockey ever. Boston, Cam Neely's one of my all-time favorite players. Like whenever the Devils played Boston, I always counted it, and Cam Neely was in healthy and in the lineup. I always considered the Devils down 1-0 going into that game.
Well.
He would have, but he didn't. Mario didn't. Part of that, yes. Steve Ass is great. But great show, guys. A lot of fun. We're gonna have to take Cliff to therapy so he can deal with his breast issues.
I don't have breast issues.
But we're gonna go around the horn here, and Cliff, we're gonna start with you.
Great, Dan. What are you doing Friday night?
I have my show Friday night.
You should cancel and do a show.
Or no, sorry, I have nothing Friday. I have my show Saturday.
All right, bitch. Friday night. Let's do it. Let's put it on the books.
Okay.
So what are you doing Friday night, Cliff?
So Friday night, it's gonna be. Do you drink?
Me?
Right, so Friday night we're doing comics and company with Cliff. Dan's gonna join me, so get your bussy busters ready. And I was like, "That's it, Dan. This is happening now. We're doing it. We're going in." And
Cliff is the sole reason that Zima is still a brand.
That's right, bitch. That's right. So we got my usual stuff. Comics, the Council of Comics, Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern Monday for New Keys, 8 p.m. Wednesdays for New Comic Book Day. I'll be on Fill in the Blanks in the Council of Comics this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern with Green Shirt Guy and C. Bizzle. The theme is Ultimate Spider-Man #1 blank covers. The 18th is Comics and Cocktails with Cliff with special guest Bunkmaster B. He's going to be on the 19th, Saturday morning, because I like the abuse, is going to be Swagda. That's going to be great. Then Comics and Cocktails on the 25th is going to be with Mike from Lunch Money Comics. Now, this is really complicated because on the 18th, I'm supposed to be at CliffsCon that evening in Connecticut. So I am trying to balance the forces of the universe for me to be there and also do a show. I'm looking forward to what I'm going to be doing to myself. And that's it. That sounds like enough for me. I'm working on some videos to release. And, somewhere in here, I meet with my therapist. So that's nice.
Right. Yeah, well, he'll get you through those breast issues. Don't you worry. All right, coming up for me.
Terribly misread this situation.
Coming up for me, we got next Tuesday. We got a new this whole month new people on the show. We got Matt Atkinson, and then we have on Thursday Lettuce Comics. So 2 new people on the 1011 again next week, and on the 18th, I believe I am going to be on the show with Fable. So I'm going to be a guest on Fable's show.
Station.
Yes, exactly. Station. So got some good stuff coming up. In May right now, I had Jim Zub reach out to me, and he is right now scheduled to be on a Savage Saturday interview with me and Torsen on May 17th. So hopefully nothing comes up for him where he's got to cancel. But looking forward to talking to Jim Zub. And Dan, what's coming up for you, sir?
Well, apparently Friday night I'm going to be on Cliff's show, so that's new.
Baby. Yeah.
I also have my Hockey Stick Talk Nation on Saturday night because we're having special guest Eli Sussman from the Miami Marlins is coming on to talk baseball with us.
Nice.
And then that I have a fellow friend of mine next Friday coming on, Christopher Works, on my show, which will be great. Catch up with Chris. He's a huge Ovechkin fan, so we kind of timed it perfectly after Ovechkin scored the goal to pass Gretzky, so that's good. And then just shorts and videos on this channel I'll be posting.
Now you did invite Cliff on to talk sports because he is a pretty big authority on sports.
My ass will not be there.
I'll see Cliff on Friday and probably on Paul's show.
There you go.
There you go.
Sure.
And I'm always in the chats. So
nice. Well, thank you, and thanks for coming on tonight, man. That was a lot of fun.
No problem. I had a blast.
I almost had a titty blast.
But of course, just want to. First of all, I always have to thank my co-host Cliff. Thanks for coming on, man. Really appreciate you coming in and being a good sport and a good co-host as usual. And of course, one of the most knowledgeable people in comics is Cliff. All picking aside, he's a human encyclopedia when it comes to comics. His knowledge is nothing short of impressive in all categories. So thank you very much, Cliff. You know, we appreciate your time, good sir. And then, of course, a big thank you to our guest, Dan. There's no show without a guest. Dan, it was great having you on for the first time. We appreciate you coming on. Well, obviously, we'll have you on again. I don't ever have anyone come on just once. Once you're in, you're part of the family. So we'll have you back. And, of course, thank you to the people who joined us tonight in the chat. We appreciate it, guys. And for those of you who are catching us on the rewind, thank you very much. And make sure that you go look in that description below, where all these gentlemen's links are in the description. Go follow them on their Instagram accounts and on their YouTube channels. And just have fun checking out their content. All of us do very different things, and it's a good reason to check all 3 of us out because you're going to get a good smorgasbord of the community just by watching 3 different people.
Smorgasbord is definitely a word I could use.
There you go. Elite tier show. Thank you, Zach. But That's it for tonight, guys. You guys know how I like to end this thing. We're going to say thank you for watching. And as always, keep it casual.